So in this video we are going to talk about square roots. So something to think about before we even start the square roots is, what is a square root? Well, the square root of x is the exact same as x to the 1/2. That is exactly the definition of the square root of a number. It is the number to the power of a half. And another thing we want to know, is how to take out a square root number. So the square root of x squared can be taken out. Same with the cubed root of x cubed. And those will both equal x. The reason behind it, a little trick to look at, is if this 3 matches that 3, or if this 2 matches the invisible 2, that is always on a square root, which is why it's called square, because you're squaring it. But we usually don't put the 2 because it's just something that's assumed to be known. So that's one trick of how to pull things out. So now let's get back to the question. So which equals, another thing actually, third note, root of a over b equals root a over root b, and root of ab equals root a root b. And that follows from the definition right up there, because you can always apply exponents to the numbers inside the brackets. So we have root 27 over 8 minus root 4 squared minus 7. So let's use our property 3, our third property, to get root 27 over root 8 minus, and now let's deal with these exponents because they're inside the square root, so we can deal with them. 4 squared is 16 minus 7. So we want to pull a number out of this square root. How do we do it? We need to find two numbers that multiply to each other inside the square root in order to pull that single number out. But that sounds a little confusing. So 27 is what? What two numbers multiply to make 27? In this case, it's 3 times 9. And what two numbers multiply to make 8? It is 2 times 4 minus the square root of 16 minus 7, which is 9. So we're not quite done though, because 3, now what two numbers multiply to make 3? Or to make 9, It's 3 times 3. And the same with the 4, to get 2 times 2 times 2. And now for the 9, what two numbers multiply to make 9? It is 3 times 3. So now let's see what we have. We have the square root of 3 squared times 3 all over the square root of 2 squared times 2 minus square root of 3 squared. And remember that imaginary 2 that everyone is supposed to know is there? That tricks a lot of people? Remember it. It's right there. So because of that, we can actually pull the 3 out, the 2 out, and that 3 out. So now we have a 3 root of 3, a 2 root of 2, minus a 3 root of 1. And a root of 1, make a fourth note, root of 1 equals 1. So, which equals 3 roots of 3 over 2 roots of 2 minus 3. And that would be your final answer. You also have the option of combining it into a single term, which is 3 roots of 3 minus, and now in this case I'm multiplying the top and the bottom by 2 roots of 2. So that's going to be 6 roots of 2 all over 2 roots of 2.